My name is Lynette Zapp. I have the great honor of being head of school for Tergar School Kathmandu. I am originally from Calgary, Canada, and was invited to be here to help envision Rinpoche's vision for academic schooling. So the work at the school is quite wide and quite complex. Right now we have a committee from all over the world who is working on developing curriculum that is melded with the Buddhism experience curriculum is what we call it. And what that is Rinpoche's teachings and the Buddhism experiences together with academics, so that within the work that we do, awareness, compassion, love and joy and wisdom are in everything we teach. So the difference between that and possibly a regular school would be the fact that in regular schools, those things may happen. In our school, we plan for them to happen. So we look for the opportunities in the work to connect it to the Buddhism qualities. An example would be right now the children are learning about animals, and one of the reasons that we're doing that is so that they can understand what compassion looks like, that all sentient beings have feelings, they matter in the world, and why do they matter in the world? And once we understand that, what is our role in our engagement with the world around us to continue to help nurture the environment that those beings live in, including ourselves? So Rinpoche's vision is to have a school where academics and Buddhism are perfectly combined, but also in a way where learning is authentic and experiential and engaging, so that we have, gratefully through Rinpoche, access to many experts in the world. To be able to take advantage of those experts in the learning for our children, so that the work and the projects that they engage in authentically cause them to need to learn Nepali, learn Tibetan, learn English, learn mathematics, engage in scientific study, and think like a scientist, think like a mathematician, so that as they grow and develop, they will have the choices that they can make for themselves as to how they give back then to the world, either monastically in Shedra, back to their community as a community member in some way, maybe through education, or even as an entrepreneur in the world. So it's through this grand vision, which is I'm so thrilled to be a part of, that the children in Kathmandu and surrounding Himalayan villages have access to some of the most exciting opportunities for education that I think exist in Nepal. So when I arrived at Tergar Kathmandu School last October, we had approximately 52 children. And in that time, we utilized this particular classroom that I'm in for our UKG, and we have another building where we have 3 floors for class 1, class 2, and class 3. On returning in January, we have already welcomed an additional 20 children to the school. So at this point in time, we are up to 67. So we have 29 children in our UKG class and approximately between 12 and 15 in each of our classes of year 1, year 2, and year 3. And because our school is just at a beginning stage, all of the children presently are all working on the same curriculum, but at different levels. So each of the classrooms, UKG, grade 1, or class 1, class 2, and class 3, we're all studying animals, but in different depths. So the level of engagement with English and Nepali will change. The level of ability to engage in research and how the research is done will change. And yet the ideas for the teachers remains the same. So professional learning works beautifully because we can have conversations that are similar together and yet help the teachers understand how to differentiate learning, because regardless of what classroom, and frankly, regardless what country you are in, you are always going to have classrooms where children have different abilities, different talents, different academic needs for learning. And right now, this is a perfect platform for us to have those conversations to show how, in very subtle ways, you can plan for student success in many ways and extend learning for some students and help monitor it for others and support their learning in different ways. So right now we have, on a regular basis, families coming from different Himalayan villages, particularly Newbury, which is where Rinpoche is from, asking for us to take their children. Word is out that the school is open and that Rinpoche has a grand vision of education, and they are wanting their children to be part of it. At this time, many of them are much too young for us to accept, and those who are, we are asking them to return in May, where we will welcome them as our school continues to grow. We foresee in May, as our new school year starts, that we will be continuing on with a year 4 and a new space in the school. And some of our children in UKG will move on to year 1. Some of them will stay, and we will welcome new children in UKG as the school grows. Each day, really, there is change at the school. We consider the academics that are here and what that looks like, how we organize classes, and how we see the work of the academics. So children will be learning mathematics, language arts in English, Nepali, and Tibetan, science, social studies, music, and physical education. And my work as head of school is to enact Rinpoche's vision again, with the fluid integration of those subjects and how it works. So in the mornings, our teachers join us, and all of our students engage in prayer from 9 to 9:30 and in meditation following Rinpoche's teachings. After prayer time, often we have a conversation with the children about how the meditations that we've engaged in that day connect to the learning that they have had in a previous day, or how they might connect to the learning that they will have on that day. As well, taking prayer time as not just something that is rote and routine, but to take an opportunity to talk with the children about the fact that each day we consider in the world our actions, our words, what we choose to hear, how we choose to see the world, and how we choose to engage with ourselves, with others, and the world. So slowly, our children are responding to those things. We continue to see amazing growth in the way that they interact with each other, how they interact with us, and how they interact with learning. So we're very pleased in 6 short weeks that I've been able to be here and join the teachers in their marvelous work, the changes and the growth in the children.